Here are 5 things I wish I knew when I graduated high school. Number one, learn how to hold yourself accountable because once you graduate and you don't have a job, that means you're in charge of your time. We go to school and we get told, okay, 8 a.m. period 1, 8:30 period 2, 11 eat lunch, 3 p.m. leave school. You don't have that no more. No. You're in charge of your life. You gotta learn how to hold yourself accountable. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. Two, don't try to relive your high school glory days. Man, I was that man back in high school. Ooh, you should have saw me on the football team. Ooh, you should have saw me back then. You can say that up until maybe like 5 months to a year after you graduate, but after that, you're just trying to relive the past. Don't get stuck in the glory days. Keep moving forward. Three, create a clear, meaningful goal for yourself, such as I want to become a doctor. I want to start my own business. I want to lose 10 pounds. Create some sort of meaningful goal that matters to you. Not, oh, just do this because this is what everybody else does. Oh, just get into this career because it pays well. Just start this kind of business because it pays well. No, create a goal that is meaningful to you. Number four, get a skill that pays well. Okay, sales, graphic design, video editing, tutoring, anything like that. A skill set. It can also be a trade. So, mechanic, carpenter, welder, get some sort of skill set or ability that is meaningful because you need money. You need some sort of income. That's just the reality of it. Having a high paying skill will get you a job. Having a high paying skill helps with that business. It helps you to get that money to move out, per se. It helps you to get money for your first car. It helps you to have money to eat. You need a skill. And number five, and this is one of the most important, almost all the people that you spent your high school years trying to impress, you're never seeing them again. You're never seeing them people again. Unless you two decide to go to the same college or it's your absolute best friend, you're not seeing them ever again. So stop trying to impress people in high school. Stop trying to live it up in high school. Because people, this is so unfortunate that I hear. People often say that high school is the best time of your life. Your teenage years are the best time of your life. Your 20s are the best time of your life. That's scary. You mean to tell me that this is the best it's ever getting? 12th grade was the highlight of my life? That's what you're saying to me? No. I want 75 years old to be the highlight of my life because I'm always getting better. When I was in ninth grade, I didn't know what I knew in 10th. When I was in 10th, I didn't know what I was in 11th, and so on and so on. So, now with that out the way, we're going to go in depth because that first section was for a TikTok clip. Now you're getting the real deal in depth stuff for the YouTube video. For those of you who don't know, my name is Lawrence Harris. I'm a youth empowerment speaker. I've spent the last 4 years specializing in helping teens and young adults build self love, confidence, and overcome obstacles in life. And I also graduated high school last year. So people often ask, well, how'd you do that while in high school? On the weekends? On the weekends and after school, I would go to organizations and churches and stuff like that, as well as uploading my online content. Number one, now we're going to go in depth. You got to learn to hold yourself accountable. So, in school or at a job or in college, you're always going to have somebody telling you what to do, when to do it, where to do it, and how to do it. That comes in the form of a teacher who says, okay, you come to this period at this time. You go to the next class at this time. You do math at this time. You read at this time. You eat at this time. You raise your hand to go to the bathroom. Everything you do is managed by somebody else. When you graduate high school, that's gone. When you don't have a job, that's gone. If your parents aren't telling you what to do, that's gone. So now it's all on you. You have to be accountable. You have to say, what do I need to do today? When do I need to do it? Where do I need to do it? It's kind of like you have to become the boss and the employee of your life. When you're making that plan, when you're making your goal list, when you're making what do I need to do today, you're the boss. You're saying, okay, employee, go do this. But then, after you made your plan, you become the employee. Like, okay, my boss said at 8 a.m. I got to do X, Y, Z. At 9, I have to do X, Y, Z. At 10, X, Y, Z. So, when you graduate high school, you are now the boss or teacher, the student, and the employee of your life. You make the plan, you hold yourself accountable to that plan. Next, don't try to relive your high school glory days. Okay, I understand you was a prom king or prom queen. That's dope. I wasn't. I'm so glad I did not peak in high school. I'm so glad for that. Because a lot of people who peak in high school, they're trying to relive it. They're like, they'll be 45 and they're like, man, I could have went to the NFL if it wasn't for my ankle rolling. I could have went to the NBA if it wasn't for my Achilles tendon. And it's kind of like you get stuck in the past. You don't want that. You do not want to be stuck in the past of how good life was when you were 10, well, when you were in 10th grade or when you were in 11th grade. Trust me, you don't want that. Three, create a meaningful goal. What matters to you? We're often told how we need to follow this certain path. And the people telling us this, they often mean well. Maybe your parents want you to become a doctor because doctors make a lot of money, you can have a good financial future, you'll be able to provide for your family and kids, and it's cool for them to brag about you. It's cool for them to brag and say, my son's a doctor. But if that doesn't matter to you, if that's not meaningful to you, if you don't want to go to med school for 10 years and then be in residency and then get all this student loan debt, don't do that. What matters to you? If you want to become an engineer, go become an engineer. If you want to become a door to door salesman, go do that. If you want to go sell cars, go do that. Create a meaningful goal that is significant to you because you don't want to be trapped in a career or trapped in a way of living or get a degree just to have a degree. You don't want to go to college just to say you went to college. If that's not what you want, you don't have to. I understand the pressures of family, the pressures of the school system, the pressures around you say, do this because we said so. You don't gotta. You have your own life. Getting a skill. Now, the skills I mentioned earlier, sales, such as the ability to sell something. Jobs love that. If you wanted to go work at like a car dealership or door-to-door salesperson or online business or even having a service that you give to people, like you cut their grass, you help with video editing, you make thumbnails for people, you need to know how to sell what you're offering. You need the ability to sell. There are people who do coaching on that, like Andy Elliott, great guy. You should go check out his stuff. Graphic design, video editing, trades. Everybody needs a plumber. Everybody needs a plumber. Everybody needs a construction worker. Everybody needs a car mechanic. I know how to change a tire. I don't know how to change an engine. That's why if you had a trade or a skill that you can sell, like car mechanics, they'll always have a job. Now, yeah, with the Teslas and the electric cars, it's going to be different. There's like computer chips, but welders, carpenters, plumbers always have a job. It's also a skill you go to trade school for. And lastly, almost all the people that you're trying to impress in high school, you're never seeing them again. Think about this, right? Because, yeah, that girl might have rejected you. You might have been bullied or made fun of, or people said something about you. You're never seeing them again 99% of the time. Now, unless you live in like a real small town, or you decide to go to the same college, or maybe you just coincidentally run into them on the train. That happened to me a lot. I run into people all the time on trains and buses and stuff. But realistically, they don't really have that significant of an impact on your life. So understand that when you graduate high school, you all know, remember, you got to hold yourself accountable. You don't have the boss man or the teacher looking over your shoulder to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You got to hold yourself accountable. You got to make the plan and hold yourself accountable to what you said you're going to do. Don't try to relive the glory days. Don't get stuck in the past. Please do not be a 45-year-old grown man talking about, man, I could have went to the NFL if I didn't roll my ankle. Or I could have made it to the league if I didn't tear my Achilles tendon. You're 45. No, don't become one of those. 3. Create a meaningful goal that matters to you. Just because your family said you should be a doctor doesn't mean you should be a doctor. If you want to go sell cars, go do that. Go live, enjoy yourself within a safe and respectable, reasonable manner. And lastly, and fourth, get a skill. You got to have something of value that you can bring to the marketplace. Sales, carpenter, plumber, trades, construction worker, welder, graphic design, chef, babysitter, cutting grass, washing windows. What do you bring to the marketplace that people will pay for? And lastly, almost all the people that you've been trying to almost all the people you've been trying to impress in high school, you never seen them again. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. So don't let the opinions of the people you went to high school with hold you back, because what if they think I'm weird for starting my YouTube channel? Me starting my YouTube channel and looking weird is how I do what I do today. Okay? Your way out is in not being so overly consumed by what these people think of you. So remember, stay happy. Well, not stay happy per se, but stay blessed, stay grateful, understand that the power is inside of you. And if you are interested in not only my books, you can find that in the link down below. My social media pages for Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok are all below in the description. And if you just happen to be a podcast host, an event planner, or someone who wants to reach out to me for a news article or something of that sort, my email, lawrence@lawrencecharris.com. Have a wonderful, blessed day.